You gave up 90 points through the first three quarters, and then all of a sudden you don't give up a field goal until 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. How do you explain that massive defensive turnaround?
Um, just how we've been playing all year. Obviously, we would like to have started that early in the first three quarters and not give up those 90s, but it's just one of those games. You know, Detroit plays hard. You know, we all say they're a lot better than their record says. You know, when they got some guys that can go. So when you playing a team like that, and you know the role that we've been on, you know, sometimes you're gonna have games where it's just a grind, and they made it a grind. And you know, we got our second win in the second half, and we turned up the heat. And you know, we ended up, like you said, holding to only one field goal with 30 seconds left. So, I mean, that's the defense that we've been playing. You know, these last couple games. That's who we were trying to pride ourselves on. We slipped in the first half, first three quarters, and we just tried to make up for it in the fourth.
Those first three quarters, I mean, do you count that slip to, like you said earlier, like they kind of make it a grind, but how much of that is on you guys as well? Like, what's the split there?
A lot of it is on us. Majority of it is on us because, you know, we're trying to build towards something to be great, and we have to, games like that is moments for us to prove, you know, our maturity and you know, our progression, and to be able to come out and I know it's a game where, you know, we had a couple games, exciting moments, and then you come and play a game where it's just a grind, and that's where we got to thrive at. So it's majority us, but you got to give those guys credit as well.
That Detroit team, like you said, made it a grind in this one, made it a grind in the last one, made it a grind in the one before, and the guys that they have on that team that do that to you seem like they're going to be around for a while. I mean, is this something that you're looking at this team and you go, we're going to have to deal with these guys for the near future, you know, long term?
Definitely. I mean, they got some great young guys over there that's, you know, fighting themselves, you know, finding the chemistry between each other, and just, you know, finding ways to be in games. And, you know, when you got a team like that, it's definitely tough. So, you know, they're going to be around for a while. So it's a team that we're going to see, and it's a team that we have to come out and impose our will on every time we get that chance.
And not to keep gassing up the opponent, but you know, guarding Cade Cunningham, what do you see out of him?
Shoot, I mean, you know, being a Dallas kid, then Oklahoma State, I've been knowing Cade, playing against him before he was even here, before we was here. So, you know, it's exactly what I thought. You know, he's going to come out, and, you know, he's not going to be very, very flashy, very vocal. He got more of a JT personality where he's just, you know, laid back, quiet. But if you don't step up to play, he will make you pay. And we seen that, you know, today he came out for rip in the first quarter, 13 points, you know, and he was rolling, you know, and didn't say a word. It was quiet, and he did his thing. And, you know, that's the type of person he is. You know, he's only going to continue to develop and get better.
Thanks.
Got a Zoom question, Marcus, from Cassidy Hubbard.
Hey, Marcus. We saw at the end of the fourth quarter, or towards the end, you blew a kiss along with Jason Tatum, and I know that's starting to be one of his celebrations recently. Is that something that you guys have talked about as a team, his kiss of death, and is that you feel like that's something, you know, you guys are gonna keep rolling with?
I mean, no, it's nothing we talk about. It's just a reaction, you know, just really, really loving and being excited for your teammate. You know, their success, and you know, especially with JT, you know, he's attracting a lot of eyes on the court, making the right plays, and still going out there and dominating on the offensive end the way that he does. So that kiss of death is deadly. We all see it. It comes at the perfect time, and it comes at the time where, as an opponent, you just drop your head and like got to tip your hat off. So I mean, it's nothing we talk about it, but it's definitely something I can see as just going forward. It's just a reaction.
Another question from Cassidy.
I mean, to your point, you just mentioned, you know, Jason is a little more subdued, a little more calm, but have you noticed just how much more, how do I put this, like, how much more passion, I guess, he's having on the court? He's talked about how some of the improvement he's seen in this team is the passion, the focus, obviously, dedication to defense. But have you noticed in him and his string of success, you know, more energy out of him as a leader out there?
Definitely. I think I could speak for this whole team. We definitely have. The way that he carries himself. We know that he could score the ball at a phenomenal, superb rate. But to come down and to use his frame to be able to lock up opposing wing players the way that he's been doing is something that we are very excited about it, and we love to see it from him. And that's only going to continue to allow him to become better and a player-wise, and his game go through another level. And for him to do it the way that he's doing it, that passion is going to come whether you want it to or not. And when he starts to see shots falling and things finally going, the work ethic that he's put in finally coming to life, that passion is going to come out.
Marcus, like for a guard, like defensive player, all defense is there's no real besides steals, which is not necessarily great defense. Sometimes it's taking chances. How do you kind of declare yourself as one of the best defenders, or like, do you feel like I should win Defensive Player of the Year? How do you kind of take that when there's no tangible stats? How do you prove that every night? I mean, with centers it could be block shots or that type of thing, but with guards it's kind of hard, and a guard hasn't won the award in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why it's so hard for a guard to win it. I mean, we talk about what bigs do, and I'm not taking anything from bigs, but we gotta first understand that in order for the guy to get to the big, he got to get by his guards first. And most of the time we making it so tough that by the time he gets to him, the big, all you gotta do is send it back the other way. I mean, we're doing the majority of the hard work, but for us to not to even be talked about in the discussion, let alone win it, is I think that's some BS. We all know it. It's a popularity contest. You got me and Rob. I mean, we're not even in the discussion for it on the best defensive team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that says enough for us. So, I mean, I'm not too stressed about it. Like I said, I don't play the game for the individual accolades. I play the game to win games, and that's my job. And whatever comes with it, I'm blessed to be able an opportunity to be in a discussion or whatever. But it definitely is. It does suck for us guards who, you grind, you sacrifice your body. You're the one diving on majority of the loose balls. You're the one taking the charges. You're the one taking the bumps and the bruises and sending it to the big man and making sure, as individually, you do everything you can before he gets to that back line of defense. And, so it's tough. But like I said, for me, it is what it is. I'm here to win games, and that's what I care about.
Is it up to you or the Celtics to create some type of campaign? Are you going to have to kiss babies and all that to let people know that you're the Defensive Player of the Year, or you feel like you are?
I mean, listen, I think my game speaks for itself. You put me out there in front of anybody, and I promise you it's going to be a battle, and I promise you they don't want to see me in front of them. Just as much as, some players we don't want to be in front of as well as a defender. But we take that challenge. So I hope I don't have to kiss no babies. And I would hope that, the Celtics would, obviously, for at least me or Rob, one of us have to get it and, really push that narrative. I tried pushing the narrative a long time ago. Still didn't get me nowhere. So for me, like I said, I'm not worried about that award. As long as we keep winning, I'm okay.
Presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford proud.